Just because you overplayed a pop song and now have a negative association with it doesn't mean it's bad. Let's talk about pop music hate. This morning, I saw Sabrina Carpenter break a record to become the first artist to have the top 3 songs in the UK singles chart at once. The top comment on this post was, "God, I hate modern pop. You're so cool, Pegasus Babushka. You're so interesting and different. Is that what you want to hear? Because sure, you can dislike one of these 3 Sabrina songs, but there's no way you listen to all 3 and hate all of them." But this is not the first time I've heard this complaint about modern pop.
Can we have an honest conversation about something? Music of today is trash. And I'm talking about specifically music from the United States. If you were to go through my liked songs on Spotify, I would say like 99.5% of those songs are songs from 2018 and before. I do not listen to music of today, and that is because the artists that are being put in the forefront are not talented. At least not musically.
When you're saying artists at the forefront, I assume you're talking about SZA, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, and as of recently, Chappell Roan aren't talented. They have been making bangers recently that are above amazing. You're just living under a rock. This is like the early version of an old person being like, back in my day. No, you're too heavily reliant on nostalgia with the top songs you heard back then, and you're just being grumpy and naive towards these new talented artists. I mean, the top comment to this is, "I'm young and I prefer to listen to the music my grandparents listened to." Exactly what I was saying. This is a cycle in music, okay? There were people back then talking shit about Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, even the Beatles, and they're doing the exact same thing to Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, and a lot of other talented Gen Z artists. But when these people grow old, they're gonna look back and be like, oh, these are legends in music. It's just a cycle in history, and we have to let it play out, I guess.
I really wish people focused more on lyrics more than melody, because if people focus more on the lyrics, they would understand that these artists have no talent.
That is a bold claim. Just listen to Taylor Swift's storytelling, or Lana Del Rey, even Chappell Roan. You're probably listening to the top 3 songs on TikTok over and over again and calling it a day. Take a deep dive into almost every popular artist's discography and you'll realize why they're famous, okay? The reason that pop music doesn't hit the same now is because there's less of a focus on the melody within the instrumental. We've shifted too much focus to the voice, and most of these new pop stars don't have a unique enough voice to carry this song. What? This guy said most of these pop artists don't have a unique enough voice. You're telling me that Olivia Rodrigo deserved it all and Billie Eilish don't have unique voices? Their voices alone beat the tone, pitch, power, and rhythm of 90% of those in the 2010s, which people claim is the golden era of pop music. Like, if you're gonna say you miss Katy Perry and Kesha pop music, come on. They make good music, but you better be mentioning legends like Avril Lavigne, Lady Gaga, Madonna, but we also have legends being made right now. You just don't want to accept it. Sometimes I think that people getting mad at modern music just have bad music taste. I looked at this guy's page and his favorite artist is Charlie XCX, and he says hyperpop is the future. He's so quirky and different. Charlie XCX is great, but you know he's closed-minded to everything else. Someone commented, "I miss bridges and whatever the thing was where you had different lyrics and then the chorus." Why do I think this is one of those Taylor Swift haters that just refuse to dive into her music because they just hate her so much? Because that woman has bridges. Just listen to Getaway Car, and so does Olivia, Sabrina, Gracie Abrams. I'll put some songs right here with fire bridges if you want that. But I'll admit, there are some artists that focus on getting their catchy chorus or moment for TikTok. I don't mention them on this channel, but those artists usually fall off within a year. But the majority of these new talented Gen Z girls that have been staying have been producing actual art. I say girls because the guys are fucking lacking when it comes to pop music. I mean, who was the last big male pop star? I can't remember. They need to step it up. The women dominate.
Hey, hi. It's so weird that VIP thinks they're so way too cool to do this.
People who don't listen to pop music just because it's too basic for them. Yeah, exactly. I will say the people I don't understand are the people that just like rap. Like, bro, there's a whole world of rock, alt, folk, indie rock, and a lot of it intersects with pop music, but you're so easily turned off by listening to any pop stars because, well, if you're a guy, it's seen as gay or being basic, but if you're a girl, I don't know, you probably don't like music that much or don't want to put in the effort into finding new music, or maybe these people need music for the gym and rap is all they've been exposed to their entire life. But I really encourage people to get out of that shell. If you need gym music and want some pop, listen to Chapel's new album. It was so good. Or Doja Cat's now an intersection of rap and pop punk, so start there. Anyways, we got sidetracked from the post of Sabrina Carpenter breaking records. The comments have a lot of industry plant claims, which I've debunked. This is literally her 6th album. Why would she barely be blowing up now? Then there's Big Mike saying industry plants need to be stopped. TikTok has ruined music. It's not the first time I've heard a complaint about TikTok and music, but here's my take. Any music that is overplayed is going to get annoying, whether you hear it over and over on the radio or now TikTok. But TikTok is a music app where all artists post all of their music, and the best songs go viral and gain popularity for a reason, but there will obviously be outliers of two kinds: bad songs that go viral and good songs that don't go viral. I know there's so much good music out there that doesn't go viral, that's just the luck of the draw, but TikTok really makes me hate when a song goes viral now, because people will eventually be like, you listen to TikTok music. Like, no, I played it before y'all even had it. Like Stay by Leroy and Bieber. I played the unreleased version months before it came out, then it became the most popular TikTok song of 2021. Greedy by Tate McRae also played the unreleased months before, and more recently, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. I thought it was a bop. I waited until midnight for it to come out and loved her debut Coachella performance, and then boom, it goes TikTok viral, and all of a sudden I have generic taste and listen to NPC music. Like, give me a break. Some objectively great TikTok viral songs that we can all agree are good are Stick Season, Noah Kahan, Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift, End of Beginning, Joe. Those are amazing songs. And now to play both sides, some TikTok viral songs I do think were overhyped are First Class Jack Harlow, As It Was Harry Styles, and to step a bit lower, ABCDFU, Gale. That was horrid, and I honestly think it went viral because of how dog shit it was. But just because of those, you can't say TikTok music as a whole is bad when the apps produce some of the best music. OMG, your playlist is made out of mostly TikTok songs? Yes, because TikTok is a music app, so I find music on it. Exactly. TikTok music is good. I'm so annoyed when I really like a song and someone's like, bro, you listen to TikTok music. Like, so what? I listened to it before TikTok even liked it. Although, while I do believe you should use TikTok as a tool of discoverability to find good music, find good artists, I don't believe you should use just TikTok. That's the equivalent of getting spoon-fed your entire life. I really encourage people to use it to dive into artist discographies and find songs that are even better that didn't go viral. Maybe you'll see they collaborated with an artist who's not as popular, but you end up liking their sound even more. You know, who knows? But don't judge people for liking TikTok music.
I don't care, I paint the town red.
Respectfully, what is this song? Pop music now is so bad I feel blessed to be an old person because at least I got to experience the EDM pop era of songs like Clarity and Stay the Night during my formative years. Yeah, man, it's the same thing. Kids are like, I'm so grateful I grew up with actual hits. Modern pop music sucks. You're hanging on to the nostalgia, buddy. There's so much good music that you are too close-minded to find and connect with. When you're older, you're gonna look back at the people you hated and claim they were music icons. I can definitely see this with Taylor Swift haters, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna wish you were a fan now during this golden era of hers before it's too late.
So what's your take?
Pop music is the worst it's ever been because there's no centralized place to listen to music, and the most centralized place, which is TikTok, is more about how you participate with music rather than like how you listen to it and what you actually like to listen to.
Okay, I can see that. That's a better way to put it. The fact that pop music hasn't gotten worse, it's just the virality of a song really depends on trends and how it fits a certain narrative or meme. And this sometimes puts attention on bad songs. ABCDFU by Gale, great example. There was no substance to that song, just a high energy chorus and some weird edgy lyrics.
I think this is really good for like niche music, where like if you make a specific genre and you want to find your fan base, you can do that online and there's no gatekeepers. But I do think back in the day, you kind of went to like MTV or VH1 and watched the countdown, or you listened to radio, and everybody had to like the video or the song or the music just from consuming it. And you'd request it or you'd watch it again. And based on that, those songs would push to the top. And this was like Toxic by Britney Spears. This was like Buy You a Drink, T-Pain. These are songs that I'm still hearing out when you go out, like, more than any pop music from like the last 5 years. And if you look at the Billboard Top 100 and it's not an established artist like Drake or Taylor Swift, all the top music is coming from TikTok. And those songs are more like, can I make a video where I'm going like, yeah, rather than I actually like this song.
That's where I disagree. Drake and Taylor Swift are both powerhouses in music, and anything they put out will get listeners, no doubt about that. But there are a bunch of new talented pop artists being pushed that people just continuously fail to embrace. But I get the whole you miss how you discovered music on MTV, on your television. It's just that TikTok makes music more accessible, whether you like it or not. You don't have to be watching TV at a certain time and catch a song on MTV, and it's just that we have to adapt, and that's that. But yeah, I think people are tripping over pop music and that they just love looking back at the golden years of music and are really failing to see that we're living in the golden years of some artists right now. But it's a cycle. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.